Namaste from Dhananjaya Kumar to each and every one of you. Welcome to this video where we shed some light on the examinations of students and how to prepare for it. Usually we find that children are tense and they try to memorize all the content in the course material and then repeat it, write it down in exam papers. Except for multiple choice questions, they may have to guess the right answer. So I would like to propose, based on the integration of science and psychology, that it is better to understand the content first. Because when you understand the concept, details follow with it. You do not need to memorize it. For example, you take a chapter in any subject that you are studying. In that chapter, first of all, it has a topic. And you will notice that especially in the first paragraph or in every paragraph, one or a few sentences are the main points to learn. The title, first paragraph, has a description of what this chapter is about, and then every other following chapters will have one or two key points to note. The rest are details, and it may also have some examples. So, first you read it carefully and then write down the title, main points learned, and if there are any examples, you can note that. So, let's say 8 or 10 page chapter, you can summarize the essence in maybe one page. Now, you have read the chapter and you have extracted the main points from it. Then you read it loud, not at the same time, maybe later on, after some time, take a break, and read it loud what you have written, not the chapter, what you have written from the chapter, based on the chapter. And then, if possible, stand in front of the mirror and read it loud again with expression, intonation, giving emphasis and speaking clearly. And then you go to sleep, or whenever is the right time to sleep. Definitely not after 10 or 11. So eat early, then after 2-3 hours, sleep. Why I suggested this sequence is, as we all have heard and known, experienced, that our knowledge, which is processed in the mind, depends on our sensory perception. So the first thing you have done is you have read and absorbed in the mind the main points. So your eyes have helped to provide material to the mind for understanding. So one sensory perception has been used. Then you write it, because when you write it, you are seeing it again and your hands are moving, so your brain is active in letting your hands move. So your brain is further activated through your movement of your hand, the limb. Then the third thing is you have read it in your voice, so you can hear it your ears are sending another set of signals to the brain. What do the eardrums do? Is to transform the mechanical sound of vibration on the drum to electrical impulses, electrical messages to the brain. So the ears have been activated. Then you are standing in front of the mirror to read it again with intonation and emphasis and speaking very clearly. So you are watching yourself speak about it. So your eyes, your tongue, your ears, your limbs, everything has been activated to learn the chapter. And then you go to sleep. So what happens in sleep? What you have understood sinks in your subconscious mind. And you cannot forget it. You can recall it whenever you need it. Now, how about details? When you understand the main points, details are associated with it. So therefore it is called associative memory. Details you will remember as soon as you recall the main points. So this is the gist of what I am trying to say. Engage as many as possible. All the senses, your body, your eyes, your ears, your tongue, and your contemplation. Then, if you do the same process for all the subjects, then you will feel relaxed. You are aware of it. You are not storing everything in memory and burdening the memory storage device in your brain. So, as I say, and many other scholars and researchers have suggested also, that understanding is more important than memorizing. Memorizing is cumbersome, it takes more time, you forget a few words or a few sentences, you are nervous, and you are more nervous when you go for the exam. So when you go for the exam, when you are relaxed, you are confident, and you are aware of what you know. So this is, in a nutshell, the secret of integrating your mind, your senses, and psychology, how mind works. And then you are good to go. And the same thing applies when you go for interviews, college admission or school admission interviews. So they don't ask you to, from your memory, do you remember this, do you remember that? They ask you, what is your most favorite subject? Or what you like to be? What have you learned from this experience or from that story or from that history? So with these few tips, I hope you have absorbed it. You will repeat it in your mind and perhaps watch and hear this video again and again. And I assure you, you will feel good and perform well. So thank you for listening and we'll meet again soon. Namaste from Dhananjaya.